And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a one. Hello, hello. Let's check Twitch or YouTube. Where's my YouTube? Where's my freaking YouTube? Hello, hello. Let's check Twitch or YouTube. Where's my YouTube? Okay, YouTube is good. Twitch is good. Freaking YouTube. Welcome, Loki. Welcome, Charles. So, Letterman outfit is well in progress. I'm actually moving it into the test folders. I still have to make hierarchical material presets, but other than that, fingers crossed, it's done. I am starting the promos on that. And I kind of got started last night on an outfit. I had somebody reach out to me and request a sweater commission. I turned it down because I'm not sure I'm going to get the fuzz right. But on the other hand, if I do it as a product, I can make changes and not have it come out exact, and I can still market it as. But anyhow, it was a sweater from Wednesday. It was this one. It's the one where Wednesday and Enid, if you've watched the show, kind of switch bodies. So it's kind of like this. Can I open the image? No, it won't let me open the image. That's okay. We have secret powers. You think you can hide? You think you can keep me from getting your images? It's already on my computer. It's just a matter of finding it. There it is. Open image in new tab. Long layered twice. I saw that over in the secret PA forum. I think, yeah, you got, oh, Jesus. And it took them a while to get it live, right? Did you have to email somebody or did it just show up live? I of course have to go over to my other browser to see it because my name's on it and I don't see it otherwise. What am I doing? Here we go. This is the sweater. I'm gonna make a sweater that's gonna kind of look like that. That one doesn't have, it's got this really weird curly fuzz on it, which you can't really see here. So I'm gonna play with, and I don't think I'm gonna do this fringy, although maybe I can get away with that. Once again, I'm delving into fur, and if I can make it look more fuzzy, we'll do that. Otherwise, I might have to go in a different direction with this. I am going to pair this with a skirt, and I'm going to make Ugg-like boots that are going to be furry. So that's the plan. I started the skirt last night. I mean, standard month plus now. What happened was website worked on Saturday, Sunday, and Sunday new releases. Sunday stuff came down within an hour, but then Sunday the site showed sat new releases again. Oh, for crying out loud. Man. I see you got some sales, but that kind of probably bort your sales somewhat. Oh, sorry. Anyhow, I'm gonna block this sweater out, and we'll see if we can get it over in the Daz and maybe start getting hair on it. Although I'm running late, so I don't know how much I'm gonna get done. Never got the full Daz promo. I know that's the thing, but you're in top clothing, so okay. Well, it's better than better than nothing, I suppose. Uh, I don't know. Are you happy enough with those sales, or what am I doing? I'm gonna open up my Marvy Designer. Are you still happy? Okay. Well, that's good. 47 sales with like 20% promo. All right. Better than what you were doing at Rendo. And it all just keeps feeding your back catalog. Of course, your back catalog really doesn't really start kicking in to helping out for what, 2 or 3 months, right? Beats the hell out of the 3 or 4 traffic. Yeah, there is that. Your cut's better, but twice as much on 3 sales or 5 sales really doesn't make up for it, does it? Open project. We're gonna do that, and you're getting lots of back. Excellent. I find the back catalog and the I have to say the quick grabs have been really nice to me. I think that was a brilliant move on Daz's part because that really has. I don't know. I want to say like anywhere from 10 to 25% extra in sales, easy. I don't have the actual numbers. That's just a kind of a gut feeling. Anyhow, here we go. We're going to make this. There will be two versions of it. I'm also moving at least one of the Raglins over to Daz. Okay. I am going to make this shorter, but today I want to work on getting the sweater part done. This is going to be the matching skirt. This is going to be kind of a winter outfit. I'm going to make ugly boots. That'll be fuzzy. And then I'll match that with the fuzzy sweater. And at some point, we'll have a short version of this skirt here. Zipper on the side, so it'll undo there. It will probably shorten up to about, a short version will probably be in here. Actually, it's the short version I saw when I was kind of looking for stuff for another winter outfit. And then I decided I wanted something maybe a little longer for winter, so there's the longer option. Anyhow, I'm not really working on this today. I'm going to work on the sweater. I'm going to move all of this stuff out of the way. And you know what? I don't think I need this stuff anymore. That's the backup. I got past the backup phase. Actually, I'm going to save up a version too. Let's do that. Save as project. I'm going to call this Whimsy or Winter Whimsy. Although I think Whimsy because I'm adding too many letters. Whimsy skirt. O2. Let's save that. All right, I'm just going to just block out a simple sweater here. By the way, welcome, Charles, and thanks for popping in and checking on me. Yeah, it was like 20 after 2, and I looked at the clock and going, oh, dang. I was thinking, what time is it? I got a stream to. Oh, Farfignugan. That's an awful big collar. Let me take a look at how that collar's made. Yeah. Big sleeves. Am I going to have the sleeves come all the way? You know what? I normally don't have the sleeves go really long, but I think I'm Might push the sleeves a little long on this one. We'll see how that works. Also, I probably want a little extra width in here. You're just going to remove and then re-export. Your D4 settings will still work since the matte zones will still the same. Yeah. Let's put a split right there. Let's bring you down. You're going to be the collar. I think probably that's too much, but we'll bring you down like that. I'm going to put a split in here for the sleeve. Let's pull you this way. All right, let's put some curves in here. I think you're a little far out. Let's put you over there. Let's grab the curve tool and do that. And likewise, we'll kind of do that for the sleeve. Let's do a little adjustment on these angles here. You need to be 90. That's probably going to be okay. Let's get you to be, I think, about 90. That is good there. Bring you around to 90. And let's set you at 90, but make sure you stay kind of far out. There. Yo, Emerga, how are you doing? I'm sorry, dude. I'm doing Marvelous Designer today. My bad. CV. Did I do that right? I didn't do that right. How you been, Emerga? I know you've been busy. Put that back there. We want to flip the normals on that. Somewhere in here it says flip normal. There we go. Let's do some sewing. Do that to that. I'm trying to make a sweater and then I'm going to go into Daz and try to add fur to it. That's what we have on tap. I'm doing well enough. I'm not dead yet. I'm getting better. Said. Let's put those over there. Doing good. No course today. Oh, excellent. So those together. So those together. Let's check the simulation settings. Do I have gravity off or not? I still have gravity on. Gravity off. There we go. You're just going to raise this stuff up a little bit like that. No, maybe a little, maybe down a little bit more. We'll try that. We'll see if that works. All right, we're a little tight. And I need some tweaking. We need to be lower in the front. I think I'm just going to pull the sides out a little bit more. Also, I'm going to make it a little bit longer because I kind of want it to drop down to about here. And thanks for that shout out for the awesome sauce that's America, Charles. Appreciate it, man. Let's bring you over. 1, 2. 1, 2. I think I'm just gonna move these collars in. I'll fix that angle. I'll have to fix this angle. I wish that angle would just auto adjust. I don't know. It's like it insists on leaving that handle back there. And maybe, and you know, this is going to be the back. So actually, I think I'm going to take that up a little. And we're going to tweak this so it's 90, but kind of smaller. I think that'll be good. And then I want to drop you down like that. Actually, do I want a little bit more room? I have a weird angle right here, I know. I'll bring you in like so. I think I'm going to pull these in a little, maybe up a skosh. Do the same thing here. I'm going to readjust that angle now. Always with the readjusting the angles, I know. Let's bring you like that so we have a little deeper. And actually, what are you? You're 207.3. I could match that. That would be ideal. 207.2. That's probably pretty close. Okay, I think what I want to do is I think I want to bring these up and pull this down so that the seam is actually more towards the front. That's the plan. Let's see if we can do that. So if I just run all of this stuff, maybe a little this way. I'll do this in baby steps. Let's see if it's doing what I want it to do. Lack of gravity is probably not helping me right now. I should freeze the skirt. That's one thing I should do. I think I do want the shoulders in just I want this point in just a little bit more. So we'll take you that way. Take you that way. That's a little better. I need a little bit more room in the armhole, I think. So we'll just drop these down. I think that's good. I'm going to put a little bit of gravity on at this point. Just a little, just enough to kind of take it down. You know what? I'm liking that. Although it's still, I'm going to run that up a little bit. And see if that helps it drape down on the front more. Yeah, that's better. I'm getting a little more even in the front and the back. I might actually be too wide now. Actually, let's try, if I just, I'm going to do this in small increments. That might be okay. Maybe a little bit more. I'm going to put the strain map on and make sure I don't really see any strain going on other than what's being caused by the hanging. But we'll just put the stress map. Did that do anything? Nope. Strain map. See, I'm not seeing anything. Well, you're seeing a little bit of blue, but that's just from the mostly just the gravity effect. I think that's going to be good. All right, let me start thinking about sleeves. You want to know? Oh, no, not again. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, I wish you had been there. It's always great having you join us when you can. I'm not going to lie, you added an awful lot to the discussion. All the blame goes to the kids between Halloween and school and no school on Monday. Oh, yeah. What was it, Columbus? No. All Saints Day? Is that a holiday? I don't know. I think I'm in the ballpark. Oh, no holiday. Halloween and no holiday. Is that what you said? Oh, no holiday, just a day off. I think that's kind of working for me. All right, let me try a sleeve. 471 is our target, so maybe 400 by 1,000 to start with. So I'll say 1,000 and we'll start at 400. Actually, I'm going to start at 200. I'm going to mirror this and then we'll tweak it around. And that's totally not what I wanted. Let's try this again. 1,000. Much too long. 200. Maybe I'll just say 600. I still think that's going to be too long, but we'll tweak that. Say okay to that. We'll narrow that down a bit. Now it's arguing with me. I'm hitting the arrow key and nothing's happening. We get open day for firearm day. Oh, okay. Since half the school wasn't bringing their kids anyhow. I'm going to run you out that way until you look about right. And I'm going to put my curve in here. Then we're just going to adjust it to be half of 471. Is that right? 471.7. I'm gonna cheat. No, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna do that. Opening day is this coming Saturday. Okay. Where am I at? So I need 471.7 divided by 2. I'm gonna want 235, about 236. I've already got too much in here. So you know what? I'm gonna put a curve in here. Try this again. I'm gonna put a curve in here because I want to be able to see these handles. And I want to be able to adjust that to be like 90. Like that. And then I want you to be 90. Like so. And I'm going to bring you out this way. And you get to come out this way. And you are 229.4. So I'm pretty close. We're going to use a change length and just push that out a little bit. Change length, change length, change. Where is it? Change length. It's right there. I'm going the right way. So I want 235.85. And we're going to say okay to that. That's good. Let me try the fold thing. I almost never do the fold thing. Can I do the unfold symmetrical editing? Boom. Yay. That worked. All right, now I'm just going to sew this into here. Let's line you up over the arm. Let's turn off the strain map because I don't get the gizmo with the strain map on. I'm going to put you like so. Wrap you over here. Kind of get you lined up in there. And then we'll use the, whatever the M tool is. So I want to go from there to there. And then ideally this should be equal to this. Except I just sewed you onto the wrong. Oh, I've got the symmetrical editing on here, and it's symmetrically sewing. Let's remove the linked editing, and I think that's probably good enough. Boom, and let's add a little more. All right, let's undo that. You're still, oh, you're still got goofy sewing. That's what my problem is. All right, I think I'm good now. That's better. Yeah, I got way too much in there. That's okay. I did that on purpose today. I'm going to roll this back up so it's just past, so it's right about near the thumb. Let's do that, and we'll just head this way. Maybe in there. Maybe a little. That just feels wrong. I'm going to do it. All right, we'll sew that bottom up now. I think that's good. Have I got too much? You know what I need to do is I probably need to pull these points that way so I have a little bit less here. Because right now it's kind of looks a little long and it's pushing on the inside. So, and then we'll just readjust back to 235.8. So I'm just going to take these this way. Maybe like that. Come over here and change length on that. 235.85. Say okay to that, and then do the same thing over here. And I got to switch that so that goes to the end. And 235.85. That's a much better fit. These angles are a little off, but I don't know. I think that's going to be fine. And I'm a little long. I kind of like that though. I'm going to put a collar in here still, but I think this is good. Do I want to make this a little bit longer or nah? Probably not. I did want to have it be kind of baggy. All right, let's get you copied to the other side, and then let's try to get a collar in here. That's the wrong command. We wanted the link to edit, copy over, and then do that, and that should, boom, is good. Let me put full gravity on here. I'm still a little floaty. That's much better. I think I'm going to go ahead and angle this a little bit to get a better fit on there. So what we're going to probably do is pull the front down and take the back up a little bit and then sort of curve it out. So maybe 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, 3. Does that work? I kind of like that. I'm not even going to bother. Well, I should curve this. That's, you got that funny point right there now. So here we'll do this. I'm going to put a point there, a point there. I'm just going to kind of pull you like that a little bit. I'm going to kind of do the same thing back here. I'll put a point there, put a point there, and then I'm just going to kind of take you up a little bit. So I kind of am smoothing out. All right, let's work on this collar. It's kind of a wide collar. I'm going to say 50. And I'm going to put a little bit of a curve in it, but not too much. I'm going to add this and this together. And that's the number we're working to, 269.4. Almost time to catch the kiddos from the bus. Oh no. You got snow, didn't you? You showed the pictures. I saw that. Uh, actually, let's do it this way. Um, so the width I'm going to make 50. The height I'm going to make. Actually, I'm going to make the height 50 and the width 300. Like that. And then what I think I'm going to do is just, can I put a split point in here? Put a uniform split on that. Pull you down for a slight curve. Yeah, but it's just a warning of what's to come. I know. All right, let's convert you to a curve point. Okay, let's tweak these. So that says about 90. Of course you don't. I wish I could see that other angle I'm doing this. That would be ideal. 89.8, pretty close. 91.6, I'll live with that. 97.8. 94.3. 90. Let me see if I can get this other one to be 90. 90.6. 89.9. 90. There we go. Yo, Napsmore. Watching it from the West Coast. Evil rat bastard. All right, I'm going to do a offset as an internal line for 50. Say okay on that. Then we'll just do a cut on that. I don't want this. I'm not even sure this is going to work out, but we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to kind of line you up. It's off just a little bit. I'm probably just going to manually tweak this to be 90. Let's do that. There we go. And then I'm just going to, let's position you around the neck. I'm working on a sweater loosely based on this thing from Wednesday. That's the sweater that Wednesday wore when she and Eden had swapped bodies. If any of you are familiar with the show. All right, CV. Nope, wrong thing. Control D is what I was looking for. And then I'm going to just sew this into here. I think I'm going to just double check and make sure my measurements are still good. 269.4. Was that what I had before? I don't think so. 309.7. That is totally. I forgot to change length on this. We'll do that now. Change length. 269. 269.4. Say okay to that, and I'm just going to have to manually get you to fit so that you're like 50, and that's about 90. And then I'm going to tweak. That's pretty close. I'm going to have to just tweak. What do I got in here? Ooh, nasty. You so nasty. We're going to fix that. Optimize curve points. The realization that their method for adding curved points was so nasty, they added a tool to fix it. Okie dokie. All right, now I'm just going to tweak that until that says 90 over there. I'm pretty close. All right, now I'm going to sew this in. Now I should be able to just do this. And this collar may be too big, but we'll find out. And ideally that should just go through there. Yeah, I'm going to make that a little smaller. I think I'm going to trim. I don't know. Let me sew it up, see what it's looking like. Oh, it froze. There we are. It's caught up. Just grab you guys and just do that while I tweak the collar a bit. You know what? I probably just need to add more curve in here, I think. It'll be Bach. Okay. So I think I'm going to rotate that, bring it up here, and then we'll adjust this length. I'll flatten that out, and then we'll recut that curve. Because I definitely have too much up here. So I'm going to maybe, where's the tool that I want? The transform point segment. And I'm just going to rotate that a bunch more like this. And maybe bring you out here. Let's tweak these. All right, I'm going to kill you and kill you. I'm going to want you somewhere more over here. You're probably way too long now. Yeah, I got like 30 extra millimeters in there. So maybe somewhere like that. Actually, let's get rid of this for right now. And I'm just going to focus on this. So this needs to end up being what, my 269.4. And, I want it to be a little curvier. I've gone too far. Damn it. I added an extra point. Let's put you in there. Let's bring you around. No, you need to come out this way a little bit more, don't you? Probably good. I need to zoom in so I have a little more control. And are you 90 yet? 92. I went a little far. 91. Probably good enough. Let me see if I'm going to put a 69.9. Let's change length on that. 269.4. Say okay to that. Now what are you? You're still 50. Excellent. Let's add an internal line. Okay. Let's cut that. Let's delete this. Let's see how that's shaping up. Oh, I didn't delete that piece. We'll delete that. I need to curve you more. I need to bring you this way and curve you out more here. The back's looking okay. So let's work on, and once again, Let's work on getting you around like so and bringing you. And now I got an extra point in here. $90.1. That might do the trick. Let's try that. 275. Let's do a change length. Let's say both. 269.4. Say okay to that. I'm going to check you. You could be a little bit further out to be 50 and bring it in just a hair. 50.5, 50, 90. That's probably good enough. Let's make sure you're. Oh, LNRU. I think I can live with that. Okay, let's do a cut on that. Let's get rid of the excess. I'm going to also have to double check this so when we get this in place. I think that might do. I could put a little bit of elastic on here too. Also, it's a little longer than I think I wanted. So let's recut this. And that might, if I take the strengthening off, maybe add just a touch of elastic on this edge, that might give me the look. It's still not quite as wide as the one, but that's okay. Offset is an internal line. I don't know, 35. Yeah, I like that. We'll cut that. We'll delete these. Is this still sewn together? Everything's still sewn together. Are you still 143.9? 125.5? Those are still good. Yeah, I like that. I just want to tweak the angle on this just a bit. And I think when I adjust this, well, you've got way too many points in here, right? So we're going to optimize the curve again. That was too much. I'm going to say that because I just want the 1 point. And then I'm going to just adjust that. Until I can kind of. So I'm looking at those corners trying to get them both to be 90. And now I snapped to. What I should probably do is I should probably focus on getting one right. And then bring a point and work on getting this other one right. Much better. Yeah, I like that. That'll do. It's not, the collar's not quite as white as this. Actually, that's pretty close. That's actually a little thicker than mine. I like mine. I'm gonna live with that. I'm gonna add a waistband zone in here. All right, let's start chopping it up. Let's make a new fabric in here. Boop. Sweater. Whimsy sweater, but I'm just gonna say sweater. We'll do that. Copy that. You're going to be sweater trim. Copy that. You're going to be sweater sleeves. Copy that. Sweater cuffs. Copy that. Sweater collar. collar. Copy that. And waist. All right, we're good. Let's start off by, you know what? It's always easy to kind of do this. Sweater trim. And actually, let's give these a bunch of colors. All right. Oh, you did not. I thought I dragged and dropped you. Why do I not have? Where's the thing? Give me the thing. That is why I'm not dragging and dropping. All right, let me set up the trim zones. We have a waist. No, I'm going to add a waist. I don't have a waist in here yet. Yo, DJ Stulu, how are you doing, buddy? We're going to put a trim here and here. And do I want to do the arms first? Let's do the armholes first. Yep, offset as internal line. We're going to say 5. I'm going to say A-OK. That's right, everybody check out our good friend DJ Stulu. Super cool cat. Love hanging out with him. There we go. Let's put trim here and here. Say okay to that. Cut and sew is good. I need a waistband in here, so I'm just going to measure this. 488.2. 488.2. And you know what? We'll say 35, so that mirrors the thickness on the, whatchamacallit. And you are the waist. I got you. And you're going to get sewn to here and here. And ideally those match up. Let's position you. I'm making a sweater. This is going to be kind of a winterish outfit. This is loosely based on one of the sweaters from Wednesday. Let's control DU over to there. Sew the edges up. Should be good. I got to do some merging. I want to merge these two. And I want to merge the seam down the front. Oops. Let's do that the other way. No, it doesn't make any difference. Never mind. I have to move that. I should do the merging before I do the trimming. I'm going to have to carefully move all of these over here. And hope that I can kind of get this kind of snapped into place. That seemed to work. I'm going to have the same problem with that little piece right there. So let's merge these together. Oh, hold on a second. All right, sorry about that. I'm coming back. All right, I don't know if I'm on camera or not. See, I got the wrong thing up. Am I in camera? Is that me? That's better. Okay, I think we're good. I want to rotate that color so they can merge that up. Be nice if there's a nice way to make sure that gets real even. Other than just eyeballing it. I think I'm off just a little bit. I'm going to adjust this one to line up with that one. Like that. Now I know they're even. And now I can merge those. And that should still be the same. I didn't want to change the length on that because that's what's sewn in there. So here we'll just do this. Merge those. It's a little wonky right there, I think. But it doesn't look wonky, so I'm going to leave it alone. All right, let's add some cuffs. I'm going to trim that by 35 just to add a cuff zone in there. Offset is internal line. We're going to say 35 on that, 35 on that, and okay, and I'll just do a cut and sew on that. All right, I think I've got all the major. Oh, I didn't put this back. So let's see if we can. The snapping's not too bad in this. Nope, I'm in the wrong thing. Let's use this tool here. And I'm going to zoom in, just grab that corner and kind of. Is it booping in? It's not quite booping in right. Let's try that again. I think that's as good as I'm going to get. It's off just a hair, but that's okay. It's probably. I'm going to put fur on top of it anyhow, so hopefully that works out well. I think that's going to be fine. Let's take the strengthening off of this. I thought I had it selected, but apparently not. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to put a little bit of elastic on here to kind of help tighten that up a little bit. Maybe not that much. That's a little better. I want that just, no, I think that'll be good. I like that. I think that's going to be, I think I'm, all right, I just have to lay that out. Do I want to use this on the same map as the skirt? It might make sense to do that because of the way the skirt's laid out. I could easily just get this up in here. So I have to think about setting the UVs of the skirt up now. The boots will have their own map. Or maybe I should just put the sweater and the skirt on their own maps. Because of the way I'm doing this, it's probably easier to work it that way. I'm trying to minimum. Yeah, I'm going to do that. This is going to get its own map. I think we'll do that. And then I can worry about this later. Because I still have work to do on this. But this we're just about. We're in a good position here. So let's grab you. I can maybe just make you a little lower. And then we grab. Oh no, I accidentally grabbed a point over there on the waistband. Oh no. Let's bring you over here. Maybe down a bit. Let's grab this. Let's center those up like so. Let's think about where where these go. These just line up in here, I think. I need to see it. I'm going to stick this right here for just a second. I think I've got some extra room in here, but let's take a look. UV editor, reset to 2D arrangement, and I'm going to put that into the one. I got plenty of room to put that up there. And if I rotate the sleeves up and down, I don't know, let's take a look at that. Right, if we do this, and now they're going to be too long, right? I'm just going to do a test. I know I've got some weird overlap in there. Yeah, now it's too long up and down. You know what? That didn't make any big difference. I'm just going to put it back the way my brain prefers it. And that gives me the extra room to... And I'm just going to run the collar. What? Actually, I like the collar right about there. And I might as well drag these. And I think that'll be fine. Let's take a look. See if you're still on one square or not. I think I'm close. Yeah, it's still. Do I have enough? That's pretty close, but I think I'm good. Yeah. All right, let's finish setting up the materials on this. So I have everything but the waist is set to trim right now. So you are sweater, you are sweater, you are sleeve, you are sleeve, you are cuff, and you are a cuff, and you are a collar. All right, that's all done. Let's hit save. I'm going to save this as a garment, and we're going to fit it to the base. I'm still, and then we'll come back and work on. Actually, let's do this. Control S. Let's unfreeze you. Let's unfreeze you. It's I see it's frozen, but why unfreeze? Now I can unfreeze. Why was it? I'm going to do that. All right, we're going to save here. We're going to fit you to the base. As a morph target. Say okay. All right. File, export, OBJ selected. I've got a whip folder here. Here are Whimsy sweater. Whimsy. There's a Whimsy at Daz, but somebody went and spelled it with a Y instead of an I in the middle. So I'm good. Whimsy sweater. Let's do that. Boom. Okie dokie. File, save as, project, Whimsy skirt, base, Whimsy outfit at this point. All right, we got maybe a little less than a half hour. Let's see if we can get some hair on here. We'll try using the DAZ. I don't remember how this works, so this might go horribly wrong. I have to actually go through and reread the instructions before I make a product out of it. This is a starting point. Bum, bum, bum. I don't need open in the background. You are DAZ. Let's bring you up. I probably should set up a project for this. All right, let's have you fit the screen better. Let's get the Genesis 9 in here. Let's come over to the content library. Let's set up this folder. File content DB editor. No, that's the wrong thing. Content directory manager. There we go. DAS formats, add projects. I think I stuck you in dresses. Winter Whimsy. There we go. Right there. And I'm going to accept that. And let's pop over and set up our directory structure. Projects. Let's take a look at my template folder. You are empty, so you're not the proper template folder. I should probably put a template folder in here. You are definitely not what I'm probably in here. This probably needs some cleanup though. We're looking for that dress folder we were just in. Dresses. Winter Whimsy. Let's paste you all in here. All right, let's go to people in Genesis 8 and clothing and me. And let's put a new folder. Whimsy outfit. G8 female. You're supposed to have a clothing folder in here. What the hell? Let's take a look at this. People, Genesis 8. Where did I go? Where's the rest of this? I'm in the wrong template. I'm going to get rid of you. We don't like you. You are a bad template. We want a good template. Where did my good did I move my template? Is that what happened? So template, you're empty. You probably should have something in you. Yeah, I think I janked up my. We're gonna rebuild this. Let's come over here. Let's copy all of this. Let's run over to templates. Actually, what's over in... Yeah, that's a hot mess. Let's put this there. And let's put a new folder right here. Outfit G8 female. I'm going to do that. So I need a copy of my materials set up. So let's sneak over into here. And we're going to just copy that. Come back over to here. I'm going to just paste that in there. We're going to clean it up. There's an awful lot of garbage we're not going to need. So I don't need all of these. So this is the stuff that's left. I don't need that. I might need that. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not. Those I'm going to keep. These I don't need. Hierarchy materials. I don't need any of these. I just need a folder that we'll use later on. Shaders. Those are my generic shaders. Do I have my generic textures in here? I do not. Let's go get the generic textures. Right here. We'll just copy that. And over here, we'll just put a copy of that right there. Is good. And then also in here, project. There we go. All right, I'm just going to copy you over like that. I'm going to change you to be Genesis 9. And you get to be Genesis 9 as well, or G9. I think I'm good. I'm thinking. And then we have, yeah, all right. So these are the folders I need. We're going to take these and templates. What's in here? In here, I'm just going to put a new. There we go. Should be good. Now, I'm going to copy these, take them over to our current project. And paste that all in here. All right, should be good enough. There's a couple of little things. So we know this outfit is going to be Whimsy outfit. How do you spell? Is Whimsy got an E in there? My brain says no, but my brain can't spell. Whimsy, no E, excellent. And we'll do the same thing over here. And we're going to do the same thing down in here. We're going to rename that. And also we'll do the same thing with this subfolder here in the templates. Okay, that's all good to go. All right, let's import in our OBJ. And we're probably going to just waste a lot of time trying to play with the hair thing again. And then I'm going to go through videos and stuff. Maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Tomorrow night, I'll probably work on the skirt portion and maybe we can start the boots. Where am I? I'm over here. I'm importing. That's right. You're my export. You're my import. My dad's library. That's not where I want to be. Projects. Dresses. Winter Whimsy. Whip. And I want the sweater. Except, all right, we're gonna deforce test it first before we go very far, just to make sure I'm not going to be crying later on, and to make sure everything is still sort of constructed the way it's supposed to be constructed for deforce. So 1, we're seeing that it doesn't fall apart. 2, we're seeing if it just explodes, or even worse, vanishes right off the bat. I think I'm fine. This is looking okay. I'm going to cancel that. This is all. I just need to make sure that it's not really bad. I think we're fine. Let's clear that. Let me see if I can remember. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and transfer tool this on right now. Dress, long, loose, or you know what? I'm going to say bodysuit loose. Let's do that. Okay, now let's check our surfaces. We got all those janky names. I'm not worrying about it right now. So how does this go? Create strand-based hair. And do I have, so I have the sweater selected. Let me see if I can do this without having to look at the instructions. Create strand-based hair. Whimsy, sweater, fuzz. Accept that. Okay. Where do I want it? Do I actually want it on the collars and the cuffs? Theirs does, except maybe not the collar. You know what? I'm just going to put it on all of this and then we'll tweak it later. So accept that. Oops. You don't accept that yet. Wait a minute. Edit. Can I still edit you? I think there's a way. Or am I just going to recreate this? It's probably easier to recreate it. Let me see if I can remember how to edit. Can I just click on here and there's a way to do this. I thought it was in edit somewhere. Edit, object, edit strand-based hair. There we go. All right, we're back. Let's go to paint. I think do I have to do anything? I don't know if I have to do anything here. Or maybe I do. Maybe I just have to fill. There we go. Oh no! I have to resave my sweater because it's all tries. Hey, we're done. Let's play with these. Let's see if I can play with these settings. We want to do some curling and some clumping. And maybe set the density 100. Maybe that's too much. You know, that sweater isn't really that dense. I think that's fine. Boot darkening, peppering. I think if we come to style, can we just curl? This is where we can start styling stuff. And I'm probably going to do that. Clump. So I'm going to do that. Let me Google something. Daz strand based hair curl. D4 strand based long hair curls. Nope, nope, nope. Mini tutorial, the clumping, scraggle, and frizz settings seem to create sharp rather than, I don't know, let's see what this. I'm going to move that over. There shouldn't be nudity in the Daz forms, and there isn't. See, there is a curl settings. You decrease segment length by fiddling with clump and tweak settings quite a bit. Okay, what do we got for tweak? Oh, let's go take a look at tweak. What's in tweak? Random length. We'll do that. frizz. Maybe that's what I want. Is there a way to get this to be affected more by gravity? Global settings. Clumping. Style. You know what? I think I'm just gonna. What's the thing? Radius. And strength. I'm gonna dial the strength way back. And I'm just gonna kind of do this. Let's take a look at tweak settings again. Oh, that's nice. That's exactly kind of what I'm going for. Except maybe would we back you off a little bit? I'm wondering how this will come out. I'm going to go ahead and accept that for right now. And let's see if we can kind of. This is a little longer than I think I need. And it's not D-Force. To do that, I have to use the secret PA tools. But let me see how this is looking as a render. I may not see anything right now. I always forget what there's the settings for hair rendering that I always forget about. Setting line tessellations and things like that. Well, that's not too bad. I think it's got a weird color to it, though. I needed to pick up the color from the surface that it's on. Actually, I can probably apply a map for that. And you know what? That's actually kind of the effect I'm going for with this sweater. So if we take a look at this sweater, it's got this weird loose fuzziness to it. Yo, Art, how are you doing? I want to find a big picture of this. That's everybody's got teeny pictures. This is kind of open image and new tab. That's kind of the fuzz I'm going for. I'm not quite getting that though. I think that's really, I'm probably not going to be able to get it because this looks like it's clumpy. It's almost like loose yarn that's kind of frayed out. Art made it. Yay. Um, I'm going to make a texture real quick here. Actually, are you still running? I'm going to cancel that. We'll come back to that in a second. Um, I'm going to open up Photoshop. I got 6 minutes. I'm going to quickly try to change the color and then we're going to call it a day. I'm working on a sweater. I'm just playing with the hair right now. I don't, this is, I'm probably going to completely redo the hair, but anyhow, what I want is, I just want a little square with some color in it. Uh, that's a big square with color in it. Oh, what the hell? No, we'll use a little one. Do I have a small standard? I have a 1K. I have a 4K. I have a. You know what? I'm just gonna do a teeny little square, and we'll just take and paint some color into here, just real quick. Did my square end up? There's my problem. All right, file, export as. There we go. I'm going to save that in my whip folder. All right, let's come over to the sweater. Actually, let's select the sweater. Chris, I'm having to reinstall my drivers to the GPU, so you may not be here right now. Oh no. All right. Thanks for the warning, Charles. If you're not here, it's good. It's always good to see you, man. Um, surface. Select that. Wows. I think my whip is right there. There we go. Just to do that. And now I'm going to see if I can get this to pull the color from that. I think, can I just, I've already forgotten how to do colors on this thing. Let's see what the surfaces says. Do I have an option? I think I just have to maybe change all of these. I don't know. I'm probably getting this completely wrong. And these would probably be white. I don't know. Is that the stuff that looks like colors? Line preview color. I don't know what those are supposed to be. I don't know. Let's try a render and then we're going to call it a day. We just have a couple minutes. Control R. I'm going to see how this is looking. I don't think I'm going to be able to get Daz to give me quite this look. Maybe I just need to make the hairs thicker. I don't know. There's a lot of playing to see what I can do. There's a merchant resource for fuzzy textures, but that's totally more like a nappy blanket or carpet than a furry thing like this. Also, I want to kind of make the boots furry too. Ooh, I got the color map right. Yay. I think I'm going to have to make those thicker though to get it to work. Yeah. All right, this has hope. They're definitely too thin. It's a little sparse, but that sweater I'm working towards is a little on the sparse side too, though. Um, Anywho, I think we're good for the day. I've made a little bit of progress. I got the basic sweater done. I'm vaguely remembering how to do this with D-Force. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to shut that down. We're going to look for somebody to raid. Hey, good to see you, Art. Thanks for popping in. This I'm probably not going to save. But anyhow, let's close you down. Let's close you down. Is Marvelly Designer. I saved that. So we're going to close you. Let's take a look at who's on in the Twitch first. Go say hi to somebody. Dum dum dum. Da, 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 da. There's Twitch. Now I can probably hear me in the background. Nope, I can't. Yay! My volume isn't on. I'm scrolling down to the on my list, and then I'm going to work my way back up and see if we can spot any of the art friends. My friend Memlos is playing Grand Theft Auto all by themselves. So maybe we'll do that. Yo, DJ Stulu, good to see you as always, man. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll just dump you off, leave you with Call Sign Scarecrow today. It's been a little while. I love Call Sign Scarecrow. Awesome music streamer. Man, you were psyched up wearing your American flag sash Constitution shirt and your favorite Bowie to get your 1111 discount at the local store. That explains all the traffic. Oh, everybody was trying to get their 1111 discounts. Tomorrow's 1111. Wait a minute. And the mailman working, and the school's in session. And well, you know, in Michigan, the schools are out today. I think. I think they're getting ready for hunting season. National Corduroy Day is also. Oh, cool. Anyhow, let's go over and say hi to Call Sign Scarecrow, a super cool music streamer who I don't see as much as I used to. Yep, tomorrow is 11. Definitely. Hey, hey, hey. Check out Charles. Doesn't stream but has a cool Discord. Feel free to pop over there. If I'm doing naughty pictures, I might post them over there. Let's see. I have a Discord. Feel free to join. My command isn't working. Oh no. Did my bot die? No, I heard the Charles command. Oh, exclamation point. Discord. That's my problem. There we go. That's better. Hey, I sell stuff at Dad's. Buy my shit. There we go. I think that kind of covers it. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. We might still be working on this outfit, but I'm not sure what part. There's a skirt, there's boots, and there's a sweater. I might work on the boots and do a little bit more work on the skirt. So that's kind of maybe the plan for tonight. Other than that, we've got, hey, if you're on YouTube, I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. That would be awesome. If you're over on Twitch, you get to join the raid. We're going to go over and say hi to our friend Call Sign Scarecrow, or Maddie Twig. I think you can find him as Maddie Twig over on YouTube. Super cool cat. Does original songs and awesome covers. So we're going to hang out with Maddie. So here's, if you're not a sub, feel free to copy that. If you can join the raid, that would be great. If you are a sub, you get to use the sub raid call. That would be awesome. Let's do this /raid. Control V, Call Sign Scarecrow. Excellent. Anyhow, like I said, back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For more making stuff for Daz. Emerga, if you're still around, good to see you, buddy. And with that, let me come over here. Let me copy my raid call. I'm ready to raid already. Hasta la vista, baby.